And when drying your knife, always point the blade away from you. And when washing it, point the blade away from you. Take your towel in your hand, fold it around the knife, and swipe with the blade away from you. Okay. Now I'm going to show you a carrot. Here's a carrot that has been washed already. I'm going to cut it into roughly 2 inches. Same thing, point down and rock into the carrot. Put that piece to the side. This is roughly the size that you will be working with. If the end is a little raw, this one's okay, but if the end's a little raw, you can cut off the end. And then we want our first objective is to get a flat surface, because see right now it's rolling all around. You're going to knife blade down, pinch the carrot on each side, get the knife in just a little bit before you take your hand to kind of guide it through and rock it down. So now I have 2 flat sides. I'm going to put my 2 flat sides down, and I'm going to come in here because this carrot's kind of small. I don't need to cut it in half again like I did the Play-Doh. I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to hold the first carrot, making sure that I have my wrist rocked up, not down, rocked up wrist, tip down and come down. And you might have to push, the carrots are pretty dense, you might have to push into it a little bit. And just rocking down, rocking motion, coming down. And you're getting these nice, beautiful, thin shreds. I am not looking for perfection, just that you are trying your best to get beautiful, nice, thin matchstick carrots. When pulling food off the blade, please be careful. Pull away from you. Once again, curling my fingers under, my wrist is up so that these knuckles are the furthest point out. And then bringing my knife blade down and rocking it under. Point to the tape, point to the cutting board, and rocking. And as you get good at this and more confident, now this piece is a little kind of rocky, so I'm going to actually turn it to get it a little bit on the fatter side. And each vegetable and fruit will be a little different. And just take your time. Now that one's a little fat, so I'm going to come back, turn this way, I'm going to come back and cut from this direction so that I make sure that every single piece is as uniform as I can attempt to make it. Once again, does not need to be perfection, but you can move a lot faster when you're a little more confident. Like you can stack multiples on top of each other and cut in one motion. Remember to keep those fingers out of the way. And there are your matchsticks. They should look something like this. They should not be big chunky pieces. They should not be big cubed pieces. They should be nice and bite-sized, and as a carrot, which is normally pretty rigid, have a little bit of flex in them because they're so thin. So when you come in tomorrow, you're going to instantly go to your stations. You're going to get washed up and ready to go. Get your cutting board. Your cutting board will be out, and your veggies will already be in your station for you, as well as your knife. You're going to get right to cutting, and then we will go from there. All right, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful remote day, and I will see you tomorrow in some capacity.